Vlog, this is Chris. Chris, this is Vlog. Been told we need more eye candy.
Today we're gonna die.
What are we gonna do?
Twice. Death by front squats at 70 kilos, rest a minute, and then death by hang power cleans at 70 kilos.
Sounds fucking
And then rest
gross.
2 minutes, Tabata Sit Ups.
Throw it on your back, try and keep all your fingers around the bar, and you're just going to drive your elbows forward and back. And a little note is to try not to let your ribs stick out when you do this, so you're still locking your ribs down to help increase that stretch through your lats and your triceps. And then we got this floss. You're going to turn your palm out to the side and turn your head to the opposite direction. If you've got the luxury of having a barbell, you can even pivot the bar with this front hand to just get a little bit of corkscrew into your traps. Just using the sleeve of the barbell to roll down your forearm. It's going to be a lot of pulling and gripping on the bar later.
When I'm doing these, I like to think about going slightly wider than I would usually go. I feel like I get a little bit of a rebound out of my hips, like a little bit of elastic punch up out of the hole. So where I would usually squat about here, anytime I'm doing volume reps, I go a little bit wider. Same with my wall balls. And I just feel a little bit of a stretch here, and it really helps me accelerate out of that hole.
What helps for myself to distinguish the front squat from the back squat is going to be just spreading the knees apart to initiate the squat rather than sending the hips back to initiate the squat like a back squat. And that just helps me feel like the bar stays at its lightest, and it's going to be directly over the middle of my shoe if I can just think spread the knees out to the side, and that'll help with a nice looking front squat.
First up, just remember to keep that bar really close to you on the way up, yeah? So really high elbows, and catch with those elbows really fast through at the top. A bad one would look like this, where it goes a long way away. That's very hard. Even Jolie had a little bit of a red face there. So couple of good ones now. Fast elbows at the top. Pop. He's punching those elbows through as fast as he can.
But I just find if you try and do it too fast, then you end up jumping forward and that bar gets heavier than it needs to be. So still try and think about finishing with your shoulders behind the bar as you jump, and that's going to allow you to stay in the same spot.
You gotta do what you gotta do, alright? Times are hard. 20 kilos, I've got 10 kilos made up of chrome and metal.
So the front squats are going to be probably the hardest of both movements. So we're going to do them first. You got that bar sitting across your front rack, and it's going to be crushing down onto your lungs and your midline. So wherever you can, you got to try and get that oxygen in, especially when that bar's off your shoulders. Take big breaks. I find that putting even my hands on my head helps me get more air into my lungs, especially when you start to creep up into like the double digit front squats. Try to avoid resting at the top for too long, because it doesn't really feel like much of a rest. Even though you're resting your legs, you're still crushing your midline. So try and just get the squats done. Just pop it down, up, brace everything tight, and then get that bar off your shoulders as quick as you can. Hang power cleans, obviously you want to be doing it for the least amount of time possible. So just commit to the set. If you're on set 9, just commit to doing all 9 without breaking, and then dump it down. Want to rest here or here, your grip starts to fade and you're just holding onto that bar longer than you need to. So just a big commitment for these ones, and good luck with dying twice today. Let me tell you, it goes from being really fun to I don't really want to touch a barbell anymore very quickly. Quick questions with Chris. What's your favorite food?
Mexican. Little chicken, spicy chicken burrito.
Si.
Brown rice, guac, sour cream.
Si. Quick questions with Chris. What's your favorite and least favorite CrossFit workout?
Man, anything with front squats I don't like. I did not enjoy it before. Something with a heavy barbell, between like 70, 90 kilos in a workout somewhere with a bit of pull-ups. That's always fun.
Like heavy Fran?
Like a heavy Fran, yeah. Heavy thrust is always good.
That's actually a front squat in there.
It is a front squat, but
still disguised. It's like putting vegetables in cheese. You can just disguise it. Quick questions with Chris. Cat person or dog person?
Dog, 100%.
Oh, thank
Can't deal
God.
with cats at all.
Tell me the best thing you hate about cats.
They seem so needy. They shit inside. They're always licking themselves. I don't know. There's a lot of... You can't really wrestle with a cat.
Have you watched Tiger King?
Except for Tiger King. Carol Baskin knows what that's about, that's for sure.
Definitely killed her husband.
Yeah, 100%.
Quick questions with Chris. What is your pre-workout thing that you get in?
Make sure you have a coffee, maybe some toast, peanut butter with a bit of honey on it. Always good fuel for a workout. And hanging out with good people.
That's right, the best fuel. Quick questions with Chris. Are you taken or single?
100% taken.
What are you?
Wedding in Feb next year, hopefully.
Yeah. When was your engagement party?
It's supposed to be in 2 weeks' time, I think.
But
And little coronavirus came up and...
bloody hell.
Yeah, bye. Yeah.
That's enough.
Sure? No one more?
No.
I'm doing like my first 5 reps or so with hook grip, and then I've got no tape. I just let it go. It's significantly harder. It feels like it might be a skill in itself to do some Olympic lifting without the hook grip, even though hook grip's obviously ideal. But sometimes we want to train in them non-ideal conditions. Might be a good opportunity to do some lifting without hook grip. to improve grip strength even more if you can't go heavy. Oh. 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 Right, you gotta try no hook grip. It's fucking hard. Good amount of intensity for a day.
That was good. It gets really hard after round number 7, especially on those hang power cleans. Your hands get sweaty, grip starts to go. It's all good fun, you just gotta hold on.
So at the end of those hang power cleans, bro, what's next?
Next we got 2-minute rest into Tabata Sit Ups. Good luck.
I think the most important thing to remember is you're coming off some heavy load lifting. You've still got engine, or you can control your breathing to get these abdominal work done. So set yourself a target, maybe something like 15 or 16 reps each 20 minutes, and try and stick to it, all right? Go.
I feel like 70 was probably the perfect weight.
Yeah.
You want to be getting around 10. You don't want to get like into the 15s and 20s, like it's just too much.
Yeah. If you go too heavy, you're going to find yourself burning out very quickly, I think. 70's comfortable until it gets uncomfortable.
If you can't make up 70 for guys, 50 for ladies, or you'd usually scale that anyway, let's say you've only got 40 and 30 at your house, or maybe a pair of dumbbells, just start with 2 and go up in 2s, so that way you're not going for 20 minutes before it starts to hurt. It's a lot of fun. I like these ones.
This workout was brought to you by Fit Aid Australia. For me, I reckon you can go further on the hang power cleans than you think. The squats is the hard part. Use the first couple of rounds of hang powers to get your breath back.
I think I went too hard on the front squats, and those hang power cleans just became a little bit too gassy for me, so I stopped just after the 10s.
What are some things that you actually like out of this whole situation of isolation and training at home or in the park?
It's really a test for your mental fortitude, to be able to work out by yourself, to be able to push yourself through, you know, into the dark side. If you want to keep improving, you've got to be able to do that stuff by yourself. So it's a bit of a test. It's good to work out with Grego today, that's for sure. Something a bit different.
What are some things that you are looking forward to with this whole shit show finishing?
Looking forward to just getting back into classes and, you know, not just pushing myself, but pushing everyone else, and you know, just being able to interact with other humans instead of doing it on the deck with your headphones in, trying not to disturb your neighbours. It's always, you sort of realise how much you like the community that you're part of, especially here. And as soon as that's taken away, you realise that you just want to get back to it.
Me personally, I piss off our work neighbours all the time. Anyway, that's a good one for a Friday. Enjoy some lifting, get some intensity, and I'll see you on the next one.